All right. So I don't know what happened, but it was all kinds of fuckery, and I got kicked off. But I know someone did donate. Whatever. So that was just weird. It was like almost like I was kicked out and hijinxed. I don't know what happened, but hopefully it doesn't happen again, which is why we're going to prevent that. So that was weird, but we are back. So if you're in here and you bought a reading, hit me up because I don't know what the hell just happened. That was weird. Give me 1 second. Anyway, I don't know what the hell happened, but I am back, and here we are. It's fucking weird, though. Which, Jasmine, I believe, who has paid for a reading. So if you come back on here, dear, I owe you. That was strange as a... Hopefully Jasmine comes back because I don't know what the hell happened. Hey, Michael, how are you doing, baby? And here comes my dogs and my daughter. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. That was fucking weird. Maybe I'm cursed. All I heard was something trying to come for you. Kind of funny. I know it was kind of fucked up, wasn't it? Like on my end, it just went and then came back, and then the live was still going, but I wasn't in the live. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I don't know. Like all of a sudden, I'm here talking to you guys, and it was like my whole computer went black, went back, and I couldn't get access to start a new live. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm back. Patchwork, I will give you another one just because that was fucked up. But yes, from what I got from yours before my shit went crazy is that there's something attaching itself to you. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't seem friendly, especially when we got the Seven of Swords popping up. And that's just kind of confirmation to it. But that was some weird shit, wasn't it? It's never the same here on the Divine Witch. Honey, you can ask a question all you want, but I do charge for questions. So if you want to ask me a question, hit my PayPal. By the way, I got rid of PayPal because I wasn't getting paid everything I was supposed to because of PayPal. So we do Cash App only. PayPal is special circumstance. So just throwing that out there, my dear. But if you do subscribe, Enriqueo, you do get a free general card. Went back to listen to the reading and I couldn't, love. I don't know. It was just all fucked up. Let me see if I can fix that for you because at one point I was like, whoever's there, I'm just going to take it away and make it to where they can't access it. So I did turn that to private. But I can go ahead and I can fix that. If it's showing, which is showing me live right now. It's not even showing the past live. That's fucking weird. Anyway, I don't understand it. I don't get it. But chaos. Let's see what I got for you, Goddess Love. Goddess. Goddess, my dear, we got the Four of Swords, which means you're going to be stuck in between a crossroads here soon, baby. Had a vision of my ex, was coming out of nowhere, but pissed off at me. of something negative, and for some reason my guard went up the roof, and I thought of Bianca to immediately shield. Well, that's a good thing, baby. It just seems like you're taking precautions. Okay, love, that was crazy. It was fucking crazy. I was like, what? Where are we going with this? Where is it at? So you gotta love when those changes come about, right? Chaos. By the way, Patchwork, I am sorry that happened to you. As far as like that whole situation where my shit just went. What are you doing now? Well, I was live, and then my live went to shit for some reason, and now I'm back. So I'm still reading. But once I get done reading here, I got a specialty reading tonight. So I'm trying to set the mood, so to speak. I know, it was so fucking weird. I'm in the middle of a reading, and then all of a sudden my screen goes whoop, whoop. It's like, what the fuck is that? Want to blame the underworld, not you. Exactly. They're like, bitch, you're fucked. That's a way to tell somebody they're fucked. I don't want no trouble with her, but I'm very protective because the last time I failed to protect the person that I love, not only I lost communication with the person not responsible for losing the communication, then baby, you need to do a cutting edge eye spell. Bind that bitch and bind her the fuck away. Because realistically, the more energy that you spend having this bad reaction to the past, it's going to fuck up your future, baby. I know it's hard, especially since it's kind of somewhat new and fresh and yeah. And you feel like there's a lot of shit around it. Bind that person so anything that they do is just going to automatically come back to them. It's something I can never, ever forget. Right? Scary. I know. Ooh. Which is kind of funny because I will be letting Hecate later come over me so she can do this reading. People are so wicked, but karma comes right the fuck around. Exactly, baby. It does come right around. And you know what I like to call my magical witch self? Fucking karma. You fuck with me, you're definitely going to get my karma. And that's why I'm good. And that's what I do, Sounds super cocky, I know. But, like, I've had my dinner, and I feel cocky. By the way, for all you cocky motherfuckers out there, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, check down below, because if you subscribe to this channel, not only do you get a generalized card, but whenever we hit a fucking milestone, you get to reap the rewards. What's your advice for someone who is digging in their toes? Dipping and digging in their toes. Well, I guess it would depend on how you're doing it. Who is dipping their toes into Hecate after feeling called? If you have the time, or spoons, of course, baby. I got the time. I got all the time in the world. First off, I would suggest subscribe because I'm always talking about Hecate, how to work with Hecate, and what you need to know about Hecate. And as I learn on my journey, I share with others. So this would be your channel, baby. Second off, when you feel called to Hecate, what I would do is I would do a guided meditation with Hecate. So that way, if you feel like you're being called to them, you feel like you're being drawn to them, then do a meditation with them, okay? So during this meditation, I would do a key meditation, okay? And I can actually make one for you and put it up here on one of our Monday uploads, but it would take a couple weeks. So it's just up to you on what you want to do, baby. But that would be my first suggestion. My second suggestion, if you feel like she's calling out to you, would be go check out all my Hecate videos because that helps me with my watch time. And I'm a little bit self-centered. So once you do that, then I want you to go ahead and ask Hecate for a sign. Say, Goddess of Three, send me a sign. Show me that you want me to be part of your divine. Once you do that, baby, get ready. Because if she wants you, you're going to have more signs than you can throw a stick at, okay? Now, if you have any other questions while we're on here, you can feel free to ask me about Hecate every damn day, every moment of the day, because, baby, that's what I work with. Other side. Did something I can't ever forget on the other side, baby. I get it. Yeah, I was going to plan on binding my exo the hell away from me and Bianca. My special toys were scheduled to piss her off. I'm going to call on some more friends of the other side. Hell yeah, baby. Use all that shit to protect yourself. Use the dead. Use the spirits. use their ancestors who didn't like them. Now that's a fucking chaos magic, and no one ever talks about that shit. So, you know, already subscribed, but thank you. Well, I appreciate you subscribing to me. It makes me feel good. By the way, hit that fucking like button, y'all. But yeah, when it comes to Hecate, it just depends on what you're looking for. If you're feeling like she's calling to you and you're starting to dip your toes into working with Hecate, I'm going to tell you this. There is no such thing as dipping your toes in with Hecate. You're either all the way in or you're all the way out. But if you act like you're all the way in and you're not, Mama's going to teach you a lesson, bring you all the way down, and pick you all the way back up. So just make sure that when you're working with Hecate, you're not doing this give me, give me, give me, give me, give me, and not giving her anything in return. One, it's rude, and two, you're going to get burned. That would be my advice for you. If you're going to do it, make sure that she's calling to you first off. Make sure that you feel the connection, because it's not only about her calling you. You can have multiple deities calling forth to you, but if you don't feel that connection and you try to force a connection, it'll never work out, baby. And many people ask that, like, well, what if I'm getting called for more than one deity, you know? And it's like, you don't have to answer everyone who calls out to you. It's like getting a phone call. Do you answer every fucking spam call? I don't. I see that potential spam, or I know about their history as far as like mythology. And I'm like, no, thank you. So once again, it just depends on that. But Michael, I would just bind the bitch and set her off to the curb. Like, get her out of sight, out of mind, and be done with that shit, because you're just hanging on to it, and it ain't doing you no good. Because as much as you hang on to that bass, she's got a direct line to you, baby, to fuck you up. And you don't want that. Now, for anybody coming in, please do say hi. Check out the description. Questions I do charge for. But if you subscribe, you do get a general card. Hey, Goddess 01, how we doing, baby? Do. Definitely not, especially I ran into her and her guy at the same time. Oh shit, that would have been awkward as fuck. Speaking of awkward as fuck, we got the Three of Swords. I don't know who hurt you, Goddess 1, but it does seem like the wounds are still fresh. And then we got the Six of Cups, so it's something that you're going to grow from. So no matter who hurt you, baby, don't worry about it, because there's a lesson to be learned and you're going to end up better for it. Here soon, I'm actually going to have to start, probably within the next hour or two, I'll have to start getting my candles and stuff ready for a reading, because they want the spooky vibe when they get their tarot reading. So we will give them spooky. All right, I'm going to pause shuffling my cards because, you know, Mommy's still dealing with that wrist issue. So, what are we all doing tonight? I'm gladly take on them both myself. All I care about is Bianca, safety, far, far away. If any of them are ready to die, to buy back. Baby, you don't have to sit there and fight till the death. It ain't the fucking Wild Wild West, baby. All you got to do is block that bitch and stop giving that bitch the time of day. Even if you see them out in public, fuck them. Walk in the other direction. You're giving them too much time. Jasmine, drinking wine. She's already started without me. Harris. Matilda Harris. I like your name, though. But yeah, you're giving them way too much time. I know that it causes pain and shit, baby. But the more time that you give them, just bind them, protect your guys' selves, and you should be good to go, sweetheart. It's simple, but yet it doesn't feel simple. You know what I mean? Like, right now you're in this, I will defend thy honor with the love, and I will sacrifice my soul for it, which is a good thing. That shows that you actually care. But you don't have to go that far. I brought to break out my own cards. I love hearing you talk about life. You are very real. Well, thank you, my dear. And if you pull out your own cards, I got a question for you. If you want to do that. Well, besides having a vision of my ex, I'm just eating some quality Italian food. That's my fucking boy. Eat you some good Italian food. Say fuck you and move on. Gangster, baby. What kind of Italian food you eating? Do. And if you say Olive Garden, I swear to God, I'll hurt you. I swear to God. If you say the words Olive and Garden, I'm like, boy, that's not Italian. That's Build-A-Bitch. Some lasagna and some nice, delicious chicken Alfredo. Now, that's a good boy. Chicken Alfredo and some lasagna. Carving up. Ew, Olive Garden. At least you understand why I say that. Some people don't, and they're like, but Olive Garden's good. I was like, look, Olive Garden's good if you want something cheap. And even though they're not cheap and you just want that experience. But if you want good fucking Italian food, you're going to go to the little old grandma that's been working 60 years in that fucking kitchen to perfect her fucking Roma sauce, okay? Like, Olive Garden ain't it, baby. I'm just saying. I learn tips from everybody when it comes to cooking here and there. You know what I mean? Oh my God, I love Roma sauce. Exactly. Right? And it's something that it's different. Like each pasta sauce has its different flavor. And each tomato produces a different flavor. I hate me a fucking sweet sauce. I do not like sweet sauce. If I wanted sweet, I would eat something sweet. I want fucking good, hearty, like I want to taste the garlic. I want to taste the oregano. I want to taste the basil. I want to taste all that in my mouth. I don't want to taste sugar. Ask anyway, hon. I got a homemade deck. I am trying to learn. Okay. Here's my question for you, sweetheart. What is V's current thoughts about me? That's what I ask for you. And there is nothing wrong with a homemade deck, baby. You got to deal with what you made and what you got. But yeah, who still eats at Olive Garden yet? Alone. They still in business. They are still in business, at least here. Like, don't get me wrong, their fucking salad ain't bad, but you can't really fuck up a salad. If you fuck up a salad, there's fucking issues. But, you know, as far as like good Italian, no. And what got me on that is I used to be one of those people that thought good Italian was like Olive Garden. And then I had good Italian. I was like, fuck that shit. It was the best hangover night I ever had. Oh, dude, today I discovered that you can get I'm not going to say that word. Oregano to grow as a decorative plant. Can you? I didn't know that. I know what the word is, but my mouth's not wanting to say it perfectly. So I'm like, I'm not even going to fucking try. You know what I mean? Like I almost got that little squint, that Al Pacino squint. You know what I mean? Like they're like, I can't see past your bullshit squint. Ah, good times. Anyway. But yeah, you gotta have a good Italian. Good Italian food. I love good Italian. I love me some good Chinese. I do want to give Indian a shot because I've never had Indian food. And I really want to try curry. Plus, I think Indian, there's one food I want to try, but I don't know what culture it comes from. All I know is that it has bread, rice, and you just dip with the bread. And it looks so good. Mountain Girl, hey, I'm back. Yes, I am back. My live went whoosh, whoosh. So, yeah, I am back. I was hoping you would come back in. I don't know what we were talking about, but I know we were talking. I love a good meat curry bowl. It's all right. Indian food is excellent. And naan is absolutely dank. Haha, happens. I know, it was so weird. It's just weird how it happened, and then I couldn't get back in. I was like, why? Cherokee food. Cherokee food would probably be good. I've never had any Cherokee food. Not that I know of. But I'm always down for good food, obviously. Like, if you have the 3 components of fuckery promise, good food, and good times, I'm your girl. Cough, cough, Mercury retrograde. I know, right? Fry. You know, I've heard a lot of people talk about fry bread, and I've seen a lot of TikToks made out about it. But I'd rather have fry bread from someone who actually, you know, it's a culture thing. And I want to experience it and actually taste it from them making it and learn that secret. Because I don't want to learn from somebody named Jessica with long blonde hair tell me how to make fucking fry bread. I'm just saying. Yes, me too. I love Indian food and Thai Mexican. Thai Mexican is a shit. Fry bread is so good. It looks good. Like, it almost looks like a pita bread in a way. But from what I heard, the reason that fry bread is such a thing is because something about the government sending certain rations, or they only had certain rations, so they would make fry bread out of it. My story isn't straight on that. It's kind of pieced together. We're not in an argument. We haven't seen each other for a while, but I kind of wonder if they still think of me, if I'm still prominent in their mind. The best way is lots of lard. You know, lard adds a lot of good flavor. That's something that my mom always told me. If you're ever going to make fucking fried chicken, you do it with lard. You don't use any other oil except for fucking lard. I learned from a few native people, yes, flour and lard. It was because of rations. So I am right by what I was saying then. Sweet. Especially when they chopped, especially with, okay, my mother makes a delicious rib rice platter, especially with them chopped potatoes. Banging Hispanic meal. That sounds like the fucking ball. Like anything that's good food that's seasoned, like currently right now, my husband's getting a little bit older, so his taste is changing. So he doesn't really season things very well. And I have to go, babe, right behind him. I don't even talk to him anymore because it makes him feel bad about it. So I just kind of go behind him and add seasonings. You know what I mean? Like a little bit more of this, a little bit more of that. And he hasn't caught me yet. So I think I'm doing good. And he's nowhere around while I'm saying this. So some people are just salt and pepper people. Well, that's the thing. Like, he'll use, like, different spices, but I can't taste them. I think it's the way that he adds them. Because me and him can make the same dish with the same spices, and mine always comes out better tasting. And I tell him all the time, I'm like, you need to stop looking at your damn phone and start paying attention to what you're doing. Because when you're distracted, you ain't adding that love into it. Well, my food turns out good. I was like, it's good, but it ain't the best. Exactly. Doing a pepper rub, a black pepper rub with first you do your mustard, and then you do all a black pepper rub on it. Put a little bit of salt in, mixed in with it. Makes the best damn roast you'll ever fucking have. Or if you don't want to do mustard, you can do Worcestershire sauce. Yeah, some seasonings need to be added earlier than others. Exactly. Trying to do spices in broiled oil before adding. Exactly. But of course, I'm using, like, I always put on, like when I'm doing my meat, I put on seasoning beforehand and after. And try to get the same ratio mixture. Sorry, no glasses. Oh, you're fine, baby. Or I'm saying you're fine for them, but that's not who you're talking to. So some people are just salt and pepper people. Ain't that the fucking truth? Like the other day before I was due and, far gone, hubby's like, oh, I'm going to cook, and ends up fucking off doing other shit. And then I have to take over the grill. And I'm like, bro, I was so pissed because the chicken was black because I wasn't expecting to cook. Like one side was black, and it was because of the Carolina dirt that we rubbed on it. And it like candied so bad. It was like meat jerky with like really tacky. I did not like it. But the other side was great because that was the side I cooked. Right? Like when I cook, I watch that grill like a fucking hawk. Like where you flip it every so often, you sit there and grab your mop and you blaze them chickens, baby. It was questionable, but it was good. It wasn't bad, but it could have been better. One day, I'm just going to have to like move my table over, lift up in the window because where I'm at. And then we can just have a whole discussion and I'll be cooking racks of ribs and shit. That would be a fun little live to do, but I would have to literally push this all the way over, flip my shit around, open my window because I got a desktop, not a laptop. Oh, there we go. Yeah. By the way, I actually do tarot reading. So if you want a tarot reading, all you gotta do is ask. Hey, can I be added to the list for a question? You can, my dear, but I do charge. So those are $5 for 2. So that basically means $5 for 2 questions. Now, if you subscribe, you do get one free general card reading, okay? Had a giant barbecue with the whole fam once. See, that's the thing. Like my family, most of them are dead. The ones that are alive, we barely even hear from. And like we all kind of just stay to ourselves because they some shady motherfuckers, let's be honest. That's why I wish some of my subscribers lived closer. Because to me, I talk to them every day. I see them every day. They're more like family than the family I got. Plus, it means that, I got people to fuck around with. You know what I mean? Sorry, Bear. Best barbecue ever. The best barbecue is a barbecue that you don't have to fucking pay for or cook, and that's facts. Like there was a tip I learned a while back where you soak your corn in the husk and all in water from anywhere from a couple hours to 24 hours before you're going to cook it on the grill. And then when you throw that on the grill, all that water starts coming out, but then you start getting the juice from the actual corn husk into the corn. Fucking amazing. And then what you do after that is you pull that corn husk off, throw it back on the grill to get them beautiful grill marks on it, salt it with some butter and some shit. It's good shit. But Stephanie, my dear, since I haven't heard anything from you, you're still in here. You do get one free card, my dear. And currently we got the Knight of Pentacles. So you're going to be stuck for a little bit, okay? This basically means you don't know which direction you're going to... What the fuck is going on with my shit? There we go. So basically you're going to be stuck in between. You're kind of at a crossroads moment in your life trying to figure out which way to go and which way is your true north. So I hope that you find that in your life and that hopefully you don't have to stay in that position for too long, okay, baby? Always remember this: if your tarot reader don't smoke and they don't have questionable like speech, like if they can't cuss in front of you, you need to ask why. You know what I mean? Not saying all tarot readers that smoke, but some of the best readings I've got has been from tarot readers. What is with tarot readers? Is it like tarot on the road? Like, I don't fucking know. Tarot readers that I've ever gotten is from old ladies who have a chain smoking habit with tattoos. Who just walked into our room? We got the Emperor. Bianca says she'll find all this very interesting. Right? Even while her and I are cuddling. Aw. Cuddle puddle. But yeah, you gotta let that other shit go, baby. You are on the right path. You got your girl. You got good food. Fuck it all. Which here soon, actually, probably already. I don't know. I'm going to check before I jump off here. I don't want to jump off here if they're not off work yet. Let's see where we're at. Give that a moment. Yep, they're not off work yet, so we're good. Even she said she won't let anything happen to me. She told me she won't let me do this alone. Give me a second, I want to get rid of this shit. She won't let me do it alone. That all come with us and stand and fight. Exactly, that's what it's about. It's about relationship, baby. It's about having that relationship of give and of take. Sent you donations. All right, baby, let me see what we got going on. Sent a donation. Bear, I need you to move. It's not coming up yet, but it doesn't mean it's not there. I'm going to assume, did you do the 5 for 2, baby? What about the Capricorn, babe? What is it that you're looking to see, sweetie? What are you looking to see with the Capricorn, baby girl? It's very sweet, but I don't want to argue with her. At least it isn't a single scratch on her. If there's, ooh, it's really now, and then someone's going to have a broken jaw. So what's going on here? Short, long term. So is that the only thing that you want to know, my dear? Or do you have another one to go with it? For some reason, I'm not seeing your payment either. But once again, you know, electronics haven't been my thing, though. So tell me what your other question is, or if that's just all in one. You know what I mean? If it's all in one, we got you. So what's going on with the Capricorn short term? PayPal? Okay, let me see what we got going on. I didn't even know I still had the link for the PayPal in there. I got nothing on PayPal, baby. Let me see what I got in my edit. Yeah, the only one that I got is Cash App listed in the reading. So, and so far I haven't got anything on PayPal. No, baby. The only one that I got that I'm accepting is Cash App, and this would be it. That would be my Cash App, baby. Turn down to what? Well, gotta run. Gonna catch a movie with a sweetheart. Take good care, guys. Take care, baby. Hey, make sure that that's the only cup, like physical cup you got upstairs, okay? You don't got the other one with the dome up there, do you? Okay. There shouldn't be a Divine Witch PayPal, baby. The only one that I got isn't even under Divine Witch. It's under Triple Moon Readings. So I don't know who you sent money to, baby, but it wasn't me. You might want to retract it. I don't know how long that takes or what it takes. What the hell is that? Nice car, though. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. But I will go ahead and get some cards ready to throw down on your situation. So that way, once you get all your shit situated, I can kind of go into it with you. Let me see. Can we ask a specific question? You can, my dear, but you do have to donate $5 for 2 questions. And that's through PayPal or Cash App, not PayPal, sorry. Ignore that PayPal. We just had a big issue with that. So, yes. Okay, I don't have Cash App. If you have PayPal, just make sure you send a little extra because if you don't, it'll only send like $4.50. So give me 1 second and I will show you PayPal. Oh, I'm going to have to get the link. Because that's one of the reasons why I stopped doing PayPal. If you would, I paid the fee. You paid what fee? Laugh out loud. No PayPal. I paid the fee. Okay. I'm lost. What are we doing? All right. Give me 1 second. Let me get my PayPal link. We'll get there. This one is mine, baby. Oh, okay. Never mind. All right. Bye. Good luck, my dear. Hopefully you can find someone to find out what's going on with you. Didn't make me up. We'll figure. Oh, no. That's not what I want to do. Cancel that. Do, do. Might be able to find it from one of my old videos. By the way, for anybody who is wanting a reading, please comment down below. Please do check out the description. To make it a lot easier on you, if it didn't show up, I'll give it to you in here in a second. That is the link for my PayPal, dear. Hello, my dear. How are you doing? If you subscribe, my dear, you do get a free generalized card. Which it seems like you are lacking support and lacking answers. Bonilla, you're lacking support and you're lacking answers in your life, and it's kind of causing a block for you. Hopefully, my dear, you can kind of fix it, figure it out, or just kind of be stuck in never not knowing, which to me sounds like the ninth circle of hell. But hopefully, you know, something good does come and not something that's horrible. Oh, there it is. All right, my dear, what's your 2 questions? And just for anybody who knows, like, when you send 5, you have to send 50 cents more because for some reason it tries to take 50 cents every time somebody sends something. If they don't send it as a friend, and like as you send it as like you're buying something, which you are, then they take about 50 cents from it. All right, my dear, what can I do for you? What is the question? I know it was something to do with Capricorn. I don't know why they did it, but maybe they're just changing it up. But it's all right, baby. I don't hold it against you. PayPal's just being a dick. So what is it that we want to know about the Capricorn, right? We're wanting to see where is it going to lead in the long term. Because, I mean, honestly, if it's going to be long term, you would want to know what the long term is, right? So let's see what's going on long term between you and this Capricorn. Well, it seems to be going kind of shitty. All right, so the first thing that we got, my dear, is Page of Cups. So Page of Cups means that you're kind of looking for a sign. You're looking for something that's going to bring you... I'm sorry, yeah, I'm okay. I'm a Cappy and he is a Cappy too. We're going to get along long term. And we're not talking now. Yeah, so that kind of makes sense. So you got the Page of Cups. So with the Page of Cups, it means values and trying to find a way to go about it that works best for the both of you. Then we've also got the Queen of Cups, which the Queen of Cups is trying to manifest change within their life. And when we're trying to manifest change, but we're also looking at it from a wise perspective, we're wondering if we should even try to go and have that conversation, if it's even worth it. We got the Four of Pentacles, which means it's kind of a dead end. It doesn't really serve any purpose, and there's nothing to gain out of it. You've currently moved away from the situation, so going back is just going to lead to more chaos. Then we've got the Nine of Swords, which is basically kind of like an atonement, okay? Which basically means that we got all these swords in our back, And yet every time we try to move, it feels like we can fill them with us, which is kind of what the situation is looking like. Then we got the Five of Swords. No one really ends up victorious in this, not so ever. There's nothing really good coming from it. I mean, you can try, but it doesn't seem fruitful for a long term. It just doesn't seem like the words are going to come out right, even if there was a moment where you two could, So I don't know, my dear. It's kind of a sticky situation. Is there anything else that I can look into this for you with? Or do you have another question regarding something else? He doesn't communicate well. I walked away. That would explain. Yep, we got emotions and distance. As soon as you said that. Emotions, because we got the moon. The moon is normally one who has great emotion, but when it's in reverse, it's a disconnect of emotions. And then you got Pluto kind of verifying that, it's like cutting the cord with somebody, you know what I mean? Sometimes things are better left in the grave. You get what I'm saying? There was an ending for a reason, and it's not a chapter to reopen. I wanted to try to get something repaired, but I don't understand why we won't talk. All right, let's see. What is one of the reasons that we're going to have issues as to why we can't talk? Is that going to be your second question, my dear? Why can we not? Disconnect, balance, averting disaster, and split decisions. Okay, so I'm going to read to you what I got from here. So we've got a couple cards that stick out the most to me, and I'm going to show you what I mean. We got Cancer in reverse. Cancers are one who likes to attach firmly and doesn't like to go, but we've got a disconnect showing. And then we got the 12th house, which means that even though we have this disconnect, we're not letting go of things that we need to let go. Because when we're in the 12th house, it's kind of like a tower moment in our lives, which means that everything gets blown up to be refixed, okay? But we haven't got to this point because we're still holding on to this right here. We're still holding on to shouldn't I? It's almost like I want to go swimming, but the pool's too cold kind of thing. You know what I mean? So there needs to be a balance in the decisions that you make. It needs to be well thought out and brought together. The reason I say this is when we get the Gemini, that's when we get the topsy-turvy of shouldn't I or should I? And that's kind of where we're going. And really, there is no creative spark that is coming from this. There's a 5 of the house of the 5th house, which the 5th house brings a lot of, how do I put this? It's like taking the pride out of pride, okay? It's soul-sucking. And if you can find a balance in between you and this other person, that's great, but it's never going to be the same. It's because you connected a lot of emotions to this person. It's like almost like having a best friend, and then when you have a best friend and shit doesn't work out, like there's these little reminders that remind you of them. And then at that point, that's when the emotions start coming up. I don't understand why he changed from saying he loved me and wanting to build to distance. Baby, that's been the biggest mystery to tarot readers all of our life. Why do people fucking do one thing and then say another? Or say one thing and then do another? And honestly, it's because there's always a constant battle between the mind and the heart. And they're always trying to find something better, right? I'm trying to work on other stuff and things like that. But, sweetheart, I do give you a big hug because it is something that isn't taken lightly or easily. But with that being said, my dears, this is my last reading for the night. And I've got to actually start prepping myself for a paid reading. So he didn't love me or what? It's not that he didn't love you. Because there was love. But that love has grown distant. That's why we got the Cancer in reverse. Which means it's a detachment. Detaching themselves from emotions from another person. If you want to talk to me later on, and if you're like me and you're up late, you can email me and we can talk about it more. I just got to get ready for a paid reading from somebody. So with that being said, my guys and my gals and theys and thens and everything in between, have a good night, and I'll see you guys Tuesday. Bye.